Amy Porterfield said, "Your email list is your business's biggest asset. The more value you give, the more you get in return." However, for content creators, an email list is something that can easily slip through the net. Therefore, I've come up with a super simple way to turn every TikTok, every YouTube short, and every Instagram reel into a valuable email for an email list. Once set up, the whole email writing process is automated and would only require me to review the email to make sure I am happy to send it. Before we start the automation, any content we need needs to be downloaded as a file that we can then upload. However, this is super simple on pretty much all social media apps now. So without further ado, let's dive in. So as you can see, we'll be doing this whole automation inside Zapier. We are going to ignore the Copilot section, and our first trigger is going to be something called Descript. Click here. The trigger event is going to be when a new transcription is ready. And now we need to head into Descript to make sure there is content there to transcribe so that we have a new transcription ready to trigger this Zap automation. So here we are in Descript, and this is where we can transcribe our content, whether it's a YouTube short, an Instagram reel, or a TikTok. So if we come over here and click New Project, Video Project, now we need to upload a file. I'm going to choose this one, Open. And Descript will ask us how many people are speaking in this piece of content and the speaker's name. So this is actually a TikTok, I believe, of my absolute inspiration, Layla Hormozy. So it's only her speaking in this video, one speaker, name, we can type Layla. This is not completely necessary for our transcription, but we will do this anyway. Click Done, then click Done. And as you can see, it has transcribed the TikTok video perfectly. So we can play it to test it. There we go. So you can see based on the video and the transcription produced, it's perfect. Now we are back in Zapier. We can test to see if this works. So if the new transcription has been found. So if we click continue, then we can test trigger. Now we can see it's found some records. So if we click on transcription B, you can see here the transcribed text has come through perfectly, exactly what we saw on the previous. So we can click continue with selected record. And now what we're going to do is take the transcription and turn it into an email for our email list. To do this, we are going to use ChatGPT. So I'm going to type ChatGPT here. And the event, the action event, is going to be write an email. So if we scroll down, click write an email, click continue. For the purpose of the example, we'll just put recipient name as my name. Recipient email, for this example, we'll just put my email address. From name, that can also be me. And here is the email prompt, the instructions we need to give ChatGPT in order to write the email, or in order to produce the email we want it to produce, for us to be able to review it and then to send it to our email list. So for the purpose of this video, I have actually pre-written a prompt. So I'll paste it in this box and then I'll talk through it with you. So here is the prompt that I wrote. It says, "You are a world-class copywriter, praised for creativity and concise email writing skills. Write a highly valuable, insightful nurture email for my newsletter subscribers using my tone of voice to turn this," and then I've put transcript in brackets because this is where we need to add the transcript that was produced by Descript. So if we get rid of the word transcript, we click the plus sign, and we can add the transcribed text. So turn this transcript into an email that includes 3 key takeaways and 1 easily implementable action step at the end of the email. Please think step by step. Write the email body only, write using my tone of voice, and I've given it a little bit of context saying, "I am Layla Hormozy, the CEO of acquisition.com, on a mission to make real business education accessible to everyone. My newsletter provides free business education to my subscribers, therefore you are directly contributing to the success of my mission. Write the email body only, write using my tone of voice." So at the bottom of the prompt, reminding it of the specifics of how I want the email produced. So that is our prompt. We scroll down, we'll leave the tone as neutral, we'll leave the body type as plain text, we'll leave the model as ChatGPT 4 mini, and we'll leave everything else the same and click continue. So this is the input, and now we can test the step. Test step. And here is our data out. So you can see, hey there, I wanted to share an insightful experience I had recently that might resonate with you. One of my executives expressed frustration about getting his point across during calls. So we decided to analyze a video of him giving feedback to a direct report. What we discovered was eye-opening. And then it gives the 3 pieces of advice that Layla gives in the video. But of course, it has been formatted in an email format. So it has included the 3 takeaways, and also it has included 1 action step at the bottom of the email like we requested. So next time you have a crucial conversation, remember to lean in, slow down and lower your voice. Try it out and observe the difference it makes in how your message is received. So you can see we now have an email good to go. Of course, we could play around with the prompt a little to make sure it's formatted exactly how we would want it to produce, for example, without asterisks and that sort of thing. But for now, you can see we've got a viable email that could be sent to an email list. Now that ChatGPT has created the email, we want this email sent to us in order to review to make sure we are happy to send it. So we are going to add another step. We are going to use Zapier's email function, search email, click here. The action event is going to be send outbound email, click continue. For this example, I will send it to myself. The subject can be new draft email. The body of it can simply be the email that was produced. We don't need it formatted in any kind of way just for me to see. So if we click plus, click there, and click the email body that it produced. All we need to review is the email body. So we don't need to sign the email off or anything like that. We don't need to attach anything. From name can just be me, and then we can leave everything else as it is. Click continue. So we've got our data going in, and now we can test this step. Test step. It says an outbound email was sent about 0 seconds ago. So I'll check my email. Like that, I have received an email which I can now review. Simply, I could copy and paste this email into my email marketing provider and just click send, or I could make a few adjustments if I wasn't 100% happy. So now I may play around with the prompt a little bit, but in theory, I could click publish on this automation, and every time I downloaded a TikTok or a YouTube short or an Instagram reel into Descript, it would transcribe it and kick off this whole automation process of creating emails for me automatically based off exactly my own words that would form extremely valuable newsletter emails for my email list. All I would need to do is upload the video and review the email. In my opinion, this is perfect if you simply don't have time to nurture your email list, or if your strengths don't lie in writing or copywriting. If you found this helpful, you can hit subscribe as I continue to explore the capabilities of AI.